It got canceled, and we're waiting for the next one, and there we go. I think A3, knight C3, F4, that's the new Magnus special, huh? He's not going to say anything?
No, I'm here. I mean, look, the match is over. The match is over. It is a 7-game lead with 3 minutes to go. This could very well be the last game. And look, this has been a lot of energy to get here, just being honest.
Yep, I get it.
Human to human, the match is over, and let's go. Let's go. Let's play the chess, and let's do it. And again, no disrespect to either player or the fact that there are chess games to be played as long as there are seconds on the clock. And yes, there is money on the line, but we all know that this has been a really, really wild ride. And at this point, I'd like to start talking about what we're going to have in Magnus Carlsen versus Alireza Firouzja in an incredible bleeping final for the SEC.
I mean, the way Alireza played today, he seemed like he could be unbeatable, right? Magnus Carlsen going toe-to-toe with Alireza in that kind of form, winning over-the-board events, playing so well online. And then, of course, before that, we have Hans against Hikaru tomorrow, so we're in for more excitement.
And you and I will have the call for Hans versus Hikaru. We'll be right here. And that'll be exciting. Again, fans around the world tune in. Tomorrow afternoon, I guess if you're on the West, tomorrow evening here in Europe. And that's going to be amazing. I mean, Hikaru Nakamura versus Hans Niemann, let's not pretend there isn't tension and stakes in that particular match, given all the things that we know, right? Hikaru Nakamura was also named in the $500 million lawsuit that Hans Niemann struck. And so there's a lot of tension there. There's tons of history there. There might even be more personal history there between Hans and Hikaru, to be honest, regardless of what happened in St. Louis in September 2022. So there's a lot going on with these players and a lot going on tomorrow. That is going to be a match that's amazing. Well, right now we have a rook ending.
Well, it was...
Yeah, and black's pawns are split. So in theory, white's pawns should be better, but black's pawns are further advanced.
This is actually very difficult to understand because the G-pawn is very dangerous, but now there's a C and an A-pawn. I think that rook has to come back to F1, but that was a mistake.
A mistake, and maybe Hans gets another victory to bring this match score closer and prove smarter chess wrong.
Oh, rook D2, rook D1.
Very nice.
Guess they're just in time.
Magnus frustrated. Going to play it out to checkmate. Not sure if anyone had that on their bingo card. Magnus Carlsen plays the game all the way out to checkmate, but it does happen. And again, it is 6 games now. We are officially looking at the last game in this semifinal match, right here, right now.
It had to end at some point.
It had to, apparently. The universe tried hard to make sure it wouldn't. We survived a lot of stuff here in this match in terms of things that happened down there in that playing venue. But again, as far as the chess itself, Magnus Carlsen, it was his day. I love what you said, though. Firouzja playing so well. I'm not sure that any day is not going to be his day for the rest of 2024. There's no world where Magnus isn't the favorite, but I think that is going to be quite the thriller on Sunday.
It should be, and tomorrow it's a nice appetizer for what will be a battle of a final between Magnus and Alireza, and we still have this one last game. I think the time has officially expired, so that means this is officially the last game that these two will play.
Regardless of the result, and right now it's looking good for Hans Niemann to bring this thing to a close, as you said. Kind of hard to keep your motivation when, you know, the match has been over here now for a little while, and we've run into some dramas along the way that extended it. So, Magnus looking for tactics. There's a knight on C4.
But there's just going to be a capture on C7 and a pin along the C file, things of that nature. So it seems like Magnus, you know, he doesn't really care at this point how the match ends because he's already won it overall. If he loses the final game, so be it.
But okay, let's, I don't know what we're going to do here next. For fans here with us, thanks for being with us all day. This has been a day that delivered. We're going to have Magnus Carlsen for a very quick interview because it is late.
Queenie won, Queenie won.
Queenie won, and the bishop is unpinned. Oh, Magnus didn't see it.
Yeah, Queenie won is a sick move.
Oh, man. And that's a move he normally spots. I think it tells you where we're at right now. We're at the end. We're at the end of this very, very long day. We're at 1 a.m. We are north of 1 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for sticking it out. And again, we're going to make a very, very quick interview with Magnus Carlsen, as much as it can be quick given the stakes, the storylines, and everything that it was heading into this match and getting his honest thoughts about how he feels about beating Hans Niemann.
And then playing Alireza next. So you get over one hurdle, which may have been more of an obstacle off the board, but then you get Alireza. Oof, this is going to be a nasty finish here, and this finally will end the match.
Yeah. Magnus was probing for weaknesses on the king side, but it comes to an end with a loss for Magnus, an interesting one, because he still wins the match despite a very, very strange day and ultimately a match that went on longer than we predicted it possibly could have. But Magnus Carlsen defeats Hans Niemann by a final score of 17.5 to 12.5, and he will play in another SpeedChess Championship final.
And unlike others, he will not be playing Hikaru Nakamura in the final. We have a new face, a new finalist, and Magnus Carlsen, world #1, just took down Hans Niemann, a player who is maybe one of the best-known players on the planet for some things off the board. But here his play on the board, it was inspired at times, but it wasn't quite enough. He didn't have the collective package, and Magnus Carlsen, he made him pay. Even after blundering, he still got some wins in. So Magnus, he really made his mark here. He's still in this. He will be in the final on Sunday.